Hey, 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 this is Therese Skelly, and I am delighted that you are here. I'm so happy to have you, and today, this is going to be really fabulously cool if I can figure out how to invite somebody. I'm going to be inviting somebody. Hold on one second. Hold on. Where is that? How do I invite? Hold on one second. Julie. Okay, perfect. I don't know if I got that. Okay, perfect. Hello. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm just being a goof with this today. Hold on. Approve. Okay. Are you here? Are you coming? Hello, Julie. Where are you? Are you coming in? Okay. Do you guys love the little glasses? Yeah, okay. Okay,
Connecting.
hopefully Julie. There she
Ah, I'm
is.
here.
Sweet. Gosh,
Totally
technology.
crooked.
Okay, no, you're good. Just, yeah, pull it down
I'm
like,
good.
yeah, perfect. All right. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I want to welcome one of my closest soul sisters, adorable friend. We always tell the story we met because our bladders were in sync. We were in the Conscious Business Network together, and we kept finding ourselves in the toilets together. And so we would have to take selfies, you know. And we've been friends for years. Julie and I mastermind with each other. We are, like we're the first people we usually call if we get a little wonky. We celebrate each other, and so she's my absolute one of my go-to people. So,
Yay.
yay! Do you want to tell a little bit about what you do, and then I'll just jump into tell them what we're
Um,
gonna do.
yeah, I am the founder of the Art of Feminine Marketing. And so I teach high vibe healers, coaches, female entrepreneurs, and soul centered women who are really frustrated with traditional marketing and trying to follow formulas that aren't built for a
Right,
woman's soul. I
right,
teach them how to build a six-figure business that honors all of who they are
right.
and allows them to express all of the magic they've got inside of them.
It's pretty magical. Yeah, yeah. And
It's pretty
Julie,
fun.
Julie's a badass. She's like, but it's really funny because one of my girlfriends used to say, "You need you for you," and I'm like, "It's Julie."
Yeah.
So what's really cool is we are similar and different. Like we are very much connected into certain things, and so we're really similar in kind of how we do our work and how we offer things. She's way more organized than I am, but it's okay. Thank God somebody is. And so so we were talking recently. So we want to bring. So okay, so this is backstory. Julie had a
Wait,
fabulous.
I'm going to sneeze.
Okay, God bless you. And Julie sneezes even. She sneezes. How cool is that?
Okay.
How cool is that? Okay, so Julie has, and every year it's called the Art of Feminine Marketing Live. And the last 2 years, she's brought me out to be a speaker. And initially, I come in for one little section, and then what ends up happening is that we tag team. And so part of what this is, so this video is in two parts. The first is kind of talking about like the new way of being, collaboration versus competition, like how working with the feminine is very different than the old model. So we're going to share some stories. We're going to share, and Julie is going to reveal places maybe where she felt stuck and how I supported her. And then she's going to let me do some work on her. Woohoo! So y'all get to see me in action, right? So do you want to set up what happened? Because it's, first of all, props to Julie because, and I shared this with her women, like the last 2 years, again, I'm supposed to speak this much, but invariably Julie will be up there going, come up here, Therese, right? And so she calls me in to do, and we literally tag team. There's pictures of us tag teaming, right? So do you want to set up where we're going? Because we're going to tell that one story, but just set
Yeah,
it up.
yeah. So, one of the things that I know is that for me to really be all that I need to be to do the work I'm meant to do, is I have to have good people on my team.
Yeah.
And I also know that there's a part of me that buys into the old paradigm of I can't have other coaches in the room. They will steal all of my
Yes.
people,
Yes.
right? And it's so interesting because it pops up for me.
Yeah.
And so I'll be like, oh, they like Therese better than me.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
the heck is that about?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I love all the people who are popping on. Can I say
Yeah, the
hello to
clients.
everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi guys. Hello.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
And so part of the growth for me and part of doing things differently and being in this new feminine paradigm is there is no competition.
Right.
There is no, you can't steal my clients. I can't steal your clients because your clients are not my clients, right? And my clients are not your clients.
Right.
And so there's no stealing. And as we rebuild the world in cooperation versus collaboration,
No,
we are able,
competition.
right?
Yeah.
Collaboration instead of competition,
Right.
abundance versus scarcity, then we actually can bring more value to our people, because I can bring you in and say, hey, here's this little place where your magic can step in.
Right.
You know, and we had one gal where I was seeing something and I'm like, ooh, I wonder if Teresa will see the same thing. I brought you up and you're like, oh, it's here, here, and here.
Right.
And you were able to clear her. And then and I think one of the things that happens for the two of us, which you guys, if you weren't there, oh my gosh, you should have been
Holy
there.
hell. Well, we'll have another event where you can come and tag team with
Right.
us. But
We'll
anyway.
do another event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
And so one of the things that happens is we never step on each other.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so interesting because both of us are so connected with source. It's like, I know when to give, you know when to give, I know when to take back, you know when to give back.
Right.
So that's like the general thing that happens when we work together at the events is we become so in sync, we are able to be of bigger value to the people that we're there to serve. And I'm really clear when I'm in an event. It's not about me. It's not about me getting acknowledged. It's not about me making the sales. It's really about doing the work that empowers the women.
Being of the highest service. Absolutely.
Being of highest service. And I know that's something you teach.
Yeah.
Where am I going? Oh, so we're setting this up. So the other thing that I love about having you in the room with me is that I can lean on you when I feel out of balance or stuck or something comes up for me, because I am a human being. I am not a goddess guru. Wait, I am a goddess guru, but
Absolutely.
you know, I'm also a human being.
And you're also real. That's the thing. You know, one of the things I love about Julie is the first year. So we've done this for 2 years. The first year, after one of my more brilliant demonstrations, Julie just got up and said, wow, the little kid in me is afraid you're going to like her better. Like, who fucking does that? What leader, a multiple six-figure business owner, who says that, right? But it gives permission. And so we really are modeling, like, there is no competition. And don't be afraid to bring, if you have, you know, somebody that's supporting, don't be afraid to really tune in, like, you know, no, that, Teresa, you need to handle this first. Or, you know, you go talk, like, that's it. So we're going to tell you a story. Now, so Julie did most of, you know, it was her event. And she would pull me up when there was a moment of a breakthrough or a need of a breakthrough, or, you know, if somebody was having an issue, I would take them out of the room. I would work with them. So I was really supporting the room and Julie. And so can I just tell the story? We won't say a name.
Sure.
So it was customary for me to be like, Julie, let me give you something else, right? So she it was her event, and I just supported it with the ideas, unless she called me up specifically. Except she's working with this one woman, and I'm sitting like 2 people down, and Julie is going on a track, and the woman got into a moment where she was kind of in trauma. It was really clear. And Julie went into a different direction. And I'm trying to catch her eye. I'm trying to be subtle. And she didn't.
I can see you.
I was really like, and Julie's like turning around and telling stories in the room, and I'm like, yeah, she didn't catch the vibe. And she wasn't taking her on a bad path. Like, she was a completely, you know, Julie wasn't trying to sell Avon in that moment. You know, it was not that selling Avon's a problem, but she was going on the cognitive level, and the woman was in a deep feeling level. And so Julie was trying to be like an encourager and like, I believe in you. And, you know, she was going like cheerleading on her. And I'm like, so I finally, Julie, I think she's in trauma right now. Let's talk about that. And so tell how that was for you, because it's different when you're aware of like, oh, Teresa, I want to invite you up, versus like, Therese tapping on your head going, "Shh, sister, you missed something." And we're telling you this,
Yeah.
hold on, I want to tell you this because there's no shame in this. And you're not
Right.
always going to get every single thing right. And so this is this dance of brilliant inspiration and like, shit, I'm human. I missed that. Right. And so anyway,
Right.
take it from there.
Yeah, and there's always, after every event, I always go through and there's a million moments where I'm like, we could have gone that way, we could have gone that way. Oh
Right.
man, maybe I missed that. And there are moments where I'm like, oh, I was right on
Oh,
there.
you were
So
so on most of the time. 99% of the time.
99%.
99,
And there
yeah.
was this point where, and I could start to feel it coming up in me. And I was like, I don't know where to go here.
Mm-hmm.
And the person is somebody I really, really care about. And I really wanted the best for them. Um, and I was focused on them and not on the rest of the room. So I really didn't see what Therese was doing. Like
It wasn't
waving
subtle.
flags,
Yeah, right,
you know.
yeah.
I didn't even see any of that.
That's fine.
But I could feel it. And finally she caught my attention and she said, we need to go here. Now I knew in that moment as a leader, I was not capable of going where this person needed to go.
Yeah.
I knew that. And as a leader, it was my responsibility to be where I needed to be, to take her where she needed to go. So I called a break because when we are working in the feminine, we are going where the feminine needs to be. And I called a break because I knew that until I had, I don't even know,
You were aligned.
clear.
You were not aligned in that moment.
Yeah, until I aligned myself, I wasn't going to be of service, and I wasn't going to allow this person to just be stepped over.
Right.
And we actually called a break, and I said, Therese, outside now.
So I come out with my little pen. Well, first I said, good God, what happened to you? I was like, Jesus, Julie. And she was aware. Like the good part with Julie, she knows. You know, if she would have not have known, I'd have been like, eek. But Julie always knows. And she's like, you have to clear me because I'm triggered, right? And so I'm not going to share details, but I was able to, within what, like less than a minute, go,
Yeah.
You have a past life with this person. Here's the issue. Here's the why. Here's the repair. Boom. And it was, whew, it was so
Yeah.
amazing. And then the cool part, tell them how you came back in the room, because that was the magic. So what I want y'all to hear
What did I do?
Oh, I'll tell you. You were probably disassociated still. So I think when we're in front of the room and when we're the expert, at least our gremlins tell us you have to have it all together, and you have to not fail, and you have to look right, and you have to. And what Julie came in, I'm so, oh my God, she looked the woman in the eyes, got everybody together, and she said, so and so, I failed you in that moment. I failed you because I was going here, and here's why I went there. Basically Julie was going, I'm not going to give up on you. So I was doing, cheerleading, mama bear, tough love, and that wasn't what you needed. So are you open? Because Therese and I want to work with you together.
Yeah.
And so she
and I think
it.
that's so important.
Yeah.
That as leaders, we are able to go back to our people and say, okay, this is where I failed you.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and now I can serve you.
Yes.
And that's something, I had a conversation with someone just before we got on here about some of the, we were really talking about some of the places where our industry is off track. And one of them is, and one of those places is that we don't, like, we pretend we're always perfect and we're always on.
Right.
And that doesn't serve anybody. Like, I don't want to work with somebody who is perfect because, hi, Finley.
She's saying hi. She's not perfect. See, she's so not perfect.
She's not perfect.
Not perfect.
She always wants to say hi.
Yes.
But I want to work with somebody that I can relate to. And actually with mentors I've worked with, some of the greatest lessons for me is watching them navigate the places where they're not perfect.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's really important that we let people know, especially when we've gone off track with them, that, hey, and like there are times when people will say, you're off track with me. And I'm like, no, I'm not. You have to trust
Right.
me.
Right.
But when
But
we are off track,
you knew
we've
you
got
were
to
off
be there.
track.
And I
Right.
knew I was off track, and I knew
Right.
that wouldn't serve her. And so when you cleared me, then I was able to come back without guilt, without shame,
Just boom.
without any of that, and
Hmm.
just say, "Are you willing?" And I think that was the second piece, is she needed to be willing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Um, and we like what happened after that, and the magic, and us working together, and
Yeah.
then her actually being able to step into her wisdom and her
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
And you
Whew.
guys, I stood on the side of the room, like with Therese, as she was stepping into her power, and like
We were
tears
crying.
were
Yeah.
running down my
Yeah.
face. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is so good. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it was really powerful. And it was why I suggested to Therese, let's do some more of this, but let's show people how you do this clearing.
Mhm.
And the person in me, the ego in me that says, oh, you have to, like, everybody's going to lose respect for
Oh,
you,
totally.
is
Totally.
so totally up right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Good. We should clear that. Well, can I just tell you this though? Can I tell you this? So one thing that I love about Julie is not only is she's literally a badass expert. She's one of my go-to people, but she's so real. Like her clients know, the grandkid's sick and this is happening. And so Julie, that is authentic to Julie. So when she comes in the room saying, I didn't do that right, or, oh, I'm afraid of this right now. I'm afraid you're going to judge me right now. Julie kind of rocked the sales. Like, that's the thing. You know what I mean? Like if at the end of the day, you have an event to sell, you almost filled your program. Yeah, I mean, and it was a brilliant event. It was stunning, and you sold really good. So it's just the demonstration that trying to be perfect, trying to portray an image, trying to pretend you're not, doesn't work those days. Like, no, like people can smell that
Yeah.
1,000 miles away. So if you want to
Yes.
connect with your people, the thing is, be freaking real. Be real. That's it.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm clearing you. You can let me clear you.
Okay.
What are we working on?
What are we working on? Well, there's a family thing that just came up, but I'm not going to talk about.
Nope, that's not it.
I'm not going to talk.
So
Well,
let me just tell
about
them.
that.
So I use the pendulum, right? And so the pendulum for me accesses intuition and wisdom. And so I kind of hear what it is, and then I test to see what it is. And so you'll see me working with it because it's super powerful.
It's so
I've
cool.
used this, like, I've actually worked with speakers at their events where Nancy Marmolejo, our dear friend, tells a story where I just walked up to her, like, Nancy, you're not resonating with your pitch. And I cleared her, and she had like an $80,000 sale. So that's one of my brilliances, is I can spot instantly, you're not aligned, you're not going to do it. Or sometimes clients come to me and say, I've got these 3 potential, sales calls, and they tell me their first name, and I'm like, nope, they're not gonna buy. We can clear them. So it's
Right.
multiples ways. So what are we gonna work on? This is pretty bold. This is bold, really. I'm really impressed. I'm shocked that you're doing this, but I'm delighted. Thank you. Thank you. We have fun with this.
Yeah. So, okay, there's 2 things. We could talk about just this general feeling of meh that I've had for the last couple of days. We could talk about the new program.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
I was already saying yes. Okay.
Okay. New program wants to be born, and I'm kind of like, I'm not, I don't know if I'm not letting it through. I don't understand what it wants to be. I'm not taking the time for it.
Okay. So let's watch. Okay. So you in your mind, do you want to give the name? Do you want to just so we have a name? Or no?
I don't. Actually, I don't until it's formed.
That's so funny. Okay, that's fine. That's enough. Stop. Okay, so watch. So when the pendulum goes this way, that's a yes. When it goes this way, that's a no, right? So what I do is I just tune in, I ask for Julie. So I'll say, you are blocking this program. Yes, so you're blocking it. It's safe to launch this program. It's not safe for you. You have total permission. Yeah, okay, you have permission. Let me show you how much it's blocking you, or you're being held back. More than 50, more than 60, more than 70, more than 80. 80%. Eesh. So that's a pretty big, like, okay, so it's safe to launch a program. So that's it. Now here's where I go. So the problem is, and y'all know law of attraction, you have to be in resonance, right? You got to have everything line up. And if you're not, no matter what you do. And that's why you hear Julie. She's like, because that's not normally Julie. Normally she's like, like, you know, she's like so spot on with her work, but she's like, so that would say she's not aligned. She's not embodied. Okay.
Right.
So it's not safe. So let's figure this out. Say, this is yours. So I ask, it's yours. It's somebody else's. No, it's this life. It's this life. Okay. It's a part. Yes. We need to find an age. Okay. So I have a questioning process. I'm like a little detective. I'm going in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the origin of the block, and they're going to see how fast it goes. Okay.
Okay.
So it's this life and it's a part. Let me find the age. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, hold on. When you're a few decades older, it takes a little bit longer, right? Sorry. Okay. "48." Okay, what was happening when you were 48? Now you'll notice that I ask a question that's like, what the hell does that do? But just watch, right? Because there's something that happened. So, because sometimes people say, oh, I know exactly what it is, and the pendulum's like, no. And I'm like, well, that could have happened, but that's not this. That's not what's blocking it. But for Julie, there's something that happened at 48. So you just tune in. Do you know what it is?
No.
Okay, hold on.
What happened at
You
48?
do know. Okay, hold on. Related to one of your kids? Kid 3? Something about kid 3?
I'm trying to figure out what year that was,
So
48.
do the math. I'm not good with math. I got 10 fingers, so figure out how many, where you are now.
Wait, if I was born, somebody out there, I was born in
Help us out.
62.
Okay, just do 50s. That would be, okay. If you were 50, I don't know. This is not my.
I'm wondering if that's the year I got married.
Do you not know how long you've been married? Brian, when did we get married? Did you get married when you were 48?
I
Maybe.
think I might have gotten married at 48, something like that.
Okay, is it that? Yes, you might have gotten married at 48, but it has something to do with kid 3, and whatever that means to you. Just ask who's 1, who's 2, who's 3. Just, I'm not saying names. Just think of
what would it do with kid 3? Well, this is what comes up for me. He showed up for my wedding and wanted to go buy a pair of shorts at Goodwill to wear to my wedding.
Eesh.
Oh, Melissa says 2010.
Thank you,
okay,
Melissa.
that would be
Thank
the year
God.
before that. Was he in Costa Rica then?
Yes.
Was he in Costa Rica?
And you're carrying this for him. So sometimes it's our stuff, and sometimes we're carrying something. So figure out what was he going through?
Costa Rica, no money, no, like literally I had to FedEx him $48 to get an exit visa to come home.
Yeah.
Because he had nothing.
Okay. So did you notice earlier it was 80%? I can't, and I will just say this program for Julie is related to money. You didn't say that, but it's related
It is. It's a money program.
It's a money program. Yeah. So how funny that 80% carrying kid 3's money issues. Okay. It's just all his. Okay, what do we do? So I've discovered when it is. I've discovered what it was. Now we got to figure out how to get rid of it, right? Okay. Okay, so imagine if kid 3's energy is literally living inside your body. My favorite, did y'all see the movie Alien a billion years ago with Sigourney Weaver when the thing popped up? Oh, yeah. Jesus God, that was like my last movie of that genre because I can't handle it. But I want you to imagine, what I do is literally unzip and just let the energy pop out. Just allow, just command, because here's the thing, guys, you are so fucking powerful. You can command your own energy. We really can. You don't even have pendulums. You don't have to go to training. You can just go, gone, be gone, right? You need to know where it is. That's why you got to talk to me. But so I want you to imagine unzipping, and let's just watch kid 3. And we're just going to bless him and just send him to light.
Wait. Can I ask something?
Yes.
Is it his? Like, I know that I carry it for him.
It's his.
But is he carrying it for someone else, or it's his?
No, it's his. I mean, you had to send him $48 to get out of the country. Yeah, it is literally his experience that as a good mama bear, you've just like what you did, you swallowed it all down and you're carrying it. And this is the first time you're going to really teach a money thing publicly, like a bigger own the shit. because Julie is like, she's kind of like crazy money attractor, and she's moving into the space. So think about it. It's not like, I know you do this behind the scenes, but this is like, boom, we're rolling something new out. So of course, anything in you that is contrary to that, it's going to be like, but wait, but wait, but wait, but wait. And so this is not yours.
Okay.
Send them away with love.
Okay, here's the resistance right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to send his money stuff back to him because I want him to get
send,
over it.
Okay, but not funny. Okay, he can get over it without living in your body. How's that? Okay.
Okay.
But do you notice that? Do you notice what I said? You don't have to carry it. But wait, see, that's what we do.
Yeah,
That's our unconscious. So hold on one second. Oh yeah. Okay, you have a past life agreement with him. Oh, what do we have to do? And this is just this. Oh, oof. The agreement is that you will carry him. You'll carry him.
I hate when Therese goes, oof.
I know. I feel it. I'm like, I
Oh,
can
God.
feel it. Oh, Lordy. Okay, hold on. So, did you notice, guys?
So we're going to clear
if
that.
you're watching this, I didn't go, damn him to hell, curse him forever. I said, get him out of your body. And she's just like, well, wait, hold on. Did you notice what happened? So that's why I'm like, whoa. So whenever there's resistance, it's another layer. For Julie, it is the past life where you made this vow. Okay, what do we need to do? Okay, just decide, and there's different ways of handling this for her. She just needs to decide that those agreements no longer need to be in place, that there's enough healing and enough karma that has been handled, and she's carried him enough, and she still carries him, that you don't need to have that. Okay, so just kind of tune into the souls of you and see if you can get that. And when you get it, then see if you can just, and again, you're not damning him to hell. You're actually sending him to find his way, sending him to an empowered place. You could send him to the divine or whatever it is for you.
It feels like I'm giving him back his own authority over, it's like this respect place of, I trust you now to be able to take care of yourself.
Y'all feel that? That makes me cry. Oh, good God. Whew. Alrighty. So you unzipped him. You zipped him. How are you feeling?
Terry.
Good? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really beautiful. Whew. Okay. All right. So now I want you to say it's safe.
It's safe
to launch the money program.
It's safe to launch the money program.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Okay.
I'm excited for it now.
So see, that took what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, less than. I mean, and now, see, before, here's what happens. Like we get ideas and they're up here, but if we're not resonating, if they're not what I say aligned and embodied, they're just up here. And Julie was an example of, well, I kind of, because we just talked about this yesterday, and I'm like, no, this is how many months, this is the price, boom, 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 boom. Like you had it all laid out, right?
I did.
You did. So, but it was just living here. It wasn't. You couldn't pull the trigger because of this stuff.
Right.
So how are you feeling in your body?
Actually, I'm feeling warm.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little teary. Remember when you asked me what do you want to work on? And I said, well, there's this family thing. I feel like that family thing got cleared in the process of all of this.
Let me check. Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
We carry a lot.
It's crazy.
Ladies,
it's crazy.
We carry so much in our bodies.
Crazy. And the thing is, we always go to I have to figure it out. I got to just either figure it out or work more. The male would be, or I'll kill the thing. I'll just chase it. And sometimes it's just this. Sometimes it's just this, right? So notice if you feel out of alignment. So now, Julie, you want to talk about your money program?
Yes. Okay. Let me tune into it.
And you don't even have to. You don't have to. But I wanted to. That was an invitation. Did you notice the difference? Right? And you can if you want to. But did you notice before she just, I can't even. That's really shitty when you're trying to sell something.
Yeah. It really doesn't work well.
It does. It's really bad for sales. Yeah, it crashes you.
It's bad for sales. Yeah. Well, this program's not going to launch for a couple of months, but I really am feeling this call to share the money wisdom that I've been developing over the last 3 years that allowed me to purchase a home in a complex that I've been wanting to live in for 4 years, with having done none of the things they tell you to do. Like, I walked in going, I can't buy this. I have no down payment. I haven't, like, I'm self-employed. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, you gotta cook the books a little bit. Yeah,
I haven't,
more.
I haven't lined the taxes up right.
Yeah.
Within 30 days, I'd closed escrow on a house that I didn't know I was looking for, but had been through my desire. Yeah. That's the magic I want to teach people.
Right.
And it's requiring me to let go of a lot of old belief systems about who I am, because I know that even when I've been the most broken my whole life, I've still manifested what I desire. Every single freaking time. So that's what I'm going to teach. And we're going to teach it through this lens of money wants to partner with you for you to have a really juicy, exciting, vibrant life.
Can you see how fucking aligned she is? Like Julie, want to talk about program? Yeah, Matt, did you feel that? And that this is not contrived, right? So in 10 minutes, we took Julie from, I can't even say its name, to that. How amazing. So Melissa says, happy I tuned in. The work you do is so powerful, Therese. Thank you. Oh, how did you forget to ask? Well, I'll tell you what, I want to start doing more of these. So I've just decided, because I sort of have been hiding out, not trying to hide, but I've been in like, what do I teach? What do I sell? Because my messaging is shifting and I don't have it landed yet. And so one of the stories is, well, I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't. And I'm like, hell with it. Just start doing this. So if anybody wants to show up to a Facebook Live and have me do a clearing, I'll schedule these things. If you don't mind being public, I just want to do more of this to show people the work and just to get, give and teach and, and maybe get new clients. Let's be totally transparent, right? So if you guys if you're interested in, we would have a quick phone call to see what you want to work on. Melissa, yes. Oh, I'd love to work with you, sister. Hey, I know Melissa. Melissa, that'd be fabulous. So feel free, if you're like, yes, I want to do a clearing with you, and you're cool to do it in Facebook Live, we can set the parameters ahead of time. We'll just talk for 10 minutes, and then we'll jump on. So that would be super fun. So feel free to do that. Julie, do you want to say anything else before we go?
I do.
Okay.
Can I talk?
Okay. Talk, baby.
So one of the reasons that I wanted to do this with Therese is because I know the power of what she does. I get to experience this. Therese and I do this for each other. We coach each other at least every 2 weeks, but often more.
Where we go. Depends.
Because it's like,
and if there's family problems or boyfriend problems or
whatever's up, if there's something, we're like,
something up.
And so I know the power of it, and I know what it has done for me in helping me to both advance my business, but also just like advance who I am in my relationships and everything. And I don't have the words for it either.
Thank you.
I think Ellen says she'll do one too with you.
I saw that.
Yay!
That's awesome. Really cool.
The idea was, let's get on here and let's just show people what you do so they can feel it and experience it. Right. And I'm so excited we got to do this and that people are responding to it. And I just, I cannot recommend you enough. And
thank you.
This is part of that being in the feminine, that, if you're feeling called to Therese, yay. If you're feeling called to me, yay. If you're feeling called to both of us,
we'll put something together.
We'll put something together.
Right.
But I just I want to show people what you do because it's so freaking valuable.
Thank you.
Do you like how I didn't actually cuss there?
I wish you would. I don't know why you don't.
So fucking valuable.
There you go. Boom. I feel at home now. Thank you.
Yeah. There you go.
You're my people. Yeah. Right. The potty mouth girls. Yes.
We do potty mouth when we're in person.
And I sadly do it online on Facebook Lives, but anyway. All right. So if anybody, here's what would be really cool. If you guys are watching, props to Julie, like huge props to Julie, because it is not easy. She's a transformational leader. She has a great business, and to come in and to be vulnerable and to speak like, I got stuck here and I had to call in, not everybody does that. I find it just endearing. And we wanted to talk about the new way. We wanted to show you the new way. Me shining for 15 minutes in the front of her room does not take away anything. And we literally both are like, what's in the highest and best for these women in the room? And we just were of service to that. And that means checking the ego and or checking the scared little children that are going, blah, 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 blah. You like her better, right? And so it's just having great communication and being really conscious. So props to Julie. And if anybody has any questions, comments, feedback, put them in the comment section below. I really love this, venue or this way of being able to connect. And I so appreciate you guys being there and touching base. And if I can support you in any way, let me know. And if you want a session, just let me know. I'll do it.
So fun. Thank you.
Julie, thank you so much. It's been fabulous. And we'll talk soon, and let me know how everything goes, okay?
I will. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Much love, guys. Bye.